Let's move on and let's address some of the other newsmakers. And we now have the management of Premier Explosives joining in on the show right now. Mr. T.V. Chowdary, the MD, is on the show with us right now. Mr. Chowdary, great to have you today on ET Now. Let's first talk about your defense segment, because the revenue over there in the Q3 was impacted mainly, I guess, on account of delayed billings from Israel. Tell me, will the spillover of this be felt in Q4 as well, especially on the exports front?
Yeah, thank you and good morning. Yes, you are right. The fourth quarter should be improving based on the third quarter things which are going to be dispatched. Already, I think things are happening in that direction. Before the end of fourth quarter, we feel that whatever backlogs are there will complete. Backlogs in the sense that they are in the stock, only we need to dispatch them.
You know, India has also opened the space sector now to 100% FDI with the new FDI policy. Tell me, what kind of opportunities does it open up for you, and what are your own plans for this particular segment in the next 2 to 3 years?
See, we being in the space business almost for the past 15 years, now ISRO is trying to privatize the PSLV and SSLV, small satellite launch vehicles. And we are very well entrenched in it. We are working, and then we have the full knowledge of the workings of that. So we are in the front of running the, and we are also getting associated with other big companies where we can partner with them and then go ahead with this space launch setup.
What about your order book? Because that is above 1,000 crore mark. What kind of incremental orders are you expecting, and what kind of guidance then can we see on your order book over the next 12 to 18 months?
No, based on the RFPs in pipeline and all those things, I think the present order book will be maintained. Right now, we are in the range of 950 to 1,050 crores of order book. So we will be maintaining that in the coming, at least coming 3 years, the visibility is there.
Overall margins for 9 months, that's almost doubled to 24%. What is the reason, for this? And do you think that this is your sustainable margin level?
We are expecting a uniform margin of average, if you look at it, somewhere around 18 to 20%. Because quarter on quarter, there can be fluctuations due to inspections and deliveries, delay in delivery, or more deliveries in quarter like that. But more sustainable is around 18 to 20%.
Any other major client additions that you're expecting and anticipating in the fourth quarter?
Beg your pardon, the additions?
Yeah, client additions.
Client addition, yes, because we have in defense sector, not only the import substitution and make in India, now present geopolitical situation has opened up the export market. So we are interacting with many customers for exports. So we are hoping that there will be new clients added.
And what's the kind of Capex plan that you have for FY25? Could you throw some light on that?
Right now, because the products which are introduced and going to be introduced in bulk in the coming year, the Capex is already incurred. The Capex which will incur is only for additional balancing equipment, but it is not very large. Probably after 25, 26, we may go for a bigger Capex, which we are looking at the internal accruals.
Okay, and what is the progress on Kattupalli's plant for the solid propellants? Can you tell us what the timeline is and how you're looking at, really building on this? Because I understand that this propellant is of a larger size for ISRO and the DRDO.
It's not as large as ISRO and DRDO. They are much larger because ours is for PSLV strap-on motors, and also we can do up to 2 meter dia rocket motors. But there are other constraints to do it. But we can consistently produce PSLV requirement and other requirement of DRDO. So Kattupalli now propellant plant is fully operative. Right now, all our exports to Israel and all are being made there. And these big rockets for ISRO as well as DRDO are also being made at Kattupalli plant. The new additions the product additions which have now come in is the ammunition and warheads and mines. These are the new product additions which are going to bring in the additional revenue.
Okay, what about the outlook then? Because the channel checks are suggesting that the grenade facility clearance is expected shortly. Can you give us the timeline and what kind of order potential can we expect from the grenade facility? If you could be a little bit more specific.
See, the RFPs are out and then user trials are asked for. So I think we are hoping that in coming 5-6 months, I think there'll be some orders on that line.
Okay, great to then have you on the show today, Mr. Chowdary. Thanks for speaking with us.
Thank you very much.